As we all know, chimpanzees are very brave and baboons are not weak either. They all have a strong sense of family, and there is a strict superior-subordinate relationship. Chimpanzees and baboons have one more thing in common. That's quite cruel. Let Kiku take you to see it today. 15 of primates. Cruelty wins the situation. Scene 15. Chimpanzee plays with dead raccoon. This raccoon strayed into a group of chimpanzees. He was thrown out by an orangutan, just when the raccoon is trying to escape through a hole. But another chimpanzee grabbed his tail and refused to let go. When the raccoon didn't come out, he would beat it mercilessly. If the raccoon comes out, then he won't be much better off. Can only be dragged by chimpanzees. In the end, he can only be played to death. It's hard for you to imagine the showdown between Feifei and the lion. A loser will lift a young lion into a tree. If the lioness doesn't come to rescue the cub, then this little lion will soon die from playing. The lion cub is safe for now, but this won't last long. When this baboon has had enough, this little lion is in danger. When this lioness comes looking for her baby, he was beaten so hard by the baboon that he kept retreating. But when a pride of lionesses came to help, this baboon also died due to playing too big. Act 13. Chimp versus duck. This mother duck and her duckling strayed into the orangutan's territory, although the mother duck can fly. But this little duck was not so lucky. It was caught by the orangutan and quickly turned into food. 12th. Female baboon hunts deer. This baboon caught a deer. His mother tried to save him, but there was nothing she could do. Under the gaze of mother deer, baboon bites deer for food. There is nothing the doe can do. Although baboons rarely eat meat throughout the year, it doesn't mean that baboons don't eat meat. They also attack deer in groups when they want to eat meat. Usually they will attack young deer because their meat is delicious. But for the doe, this is such a cruel scene. Scene 11. Chimpanzee kills squirrel. This chimpanzee catches a squirrel in its territory. He's going to play with the squirrel again, just like a human would. But soon, this squirrel will be played to death by the chimpanzees. So small animals are caught by orangutans. There is basically no way to survive. Act 10. Baboon versus crocodile. A group of baboons can easily kill a baby crocodile. Baboons fight in groups and are never afraid of anyone. Act 9. Chimpanzees attack humans. This orangutan bit a man during a performance, under the hard pull of its owner. Just got away from a chimpanzee biting a man, and this chimpanzee breaks out of the cage. Then he kicked a tourist in the air. This move has a bit of a kung fu flavor. Act 8. Baboon attacks leopard. Leopards in trees can easily kill baboons, but the baboon's high defense will also kill the leopard. But when a leopard strays into a group of baboons, this leopard can only run away quickly. But the leopard cub was caught by the chimpanzee. That's a very bad thing. Act 7. Chimpanzee attacks leopard. This is a bionic leopard camera, but soon a chimpanzee with a stick will cut into pieces and will take this fake leopard's head, twist it off and use it as a ball to kick. 6-thighed macaques attack each other. Macaques fight fiercely, will bite each other mercilessly. The person bitten will die soon. It may even become food for another macaque. This little macaque can only survive by diving, escape from being hunted by similar people. The 5th-eye baboon and cheetah. If a cheetah strays into a baboon's territory, usually he will flee in panic. But the cheetah's retreat will only boost the baboon's confidence. Therefore, it is necessary to catch up with this leopard. Cheetahs are quite dangerous at this time. Once you are caught up, your life will be in danger. Act for chimpanzee attacks monkey. From the screen, it's not just a matter of simple attacks. Sometimes monkeys are food for chimpanzees. To capture monkeys, chimpanzees rally their whole family to fight. This family hunt can easily capture a monkey. The monkey then becomes food for the chimpanzees. Does this subvert your understanding of chimpanzees? Part 3. Chimpanzee versus. This star cub is led by its mother. He wants to play with the baboon, but it was obvious that the baboon wanted nothing to do with him. Baboon angers cub's mother. Then the mother started fighting with the baboon. After the mother beat the baboon away with a stone and left with his cubs. Sometimes baboons will actively attack chimpanzees. It's a close fight. As for who will win, it depends on who has more numbers. But a young baboon is left alone. Then he will soon be hunted by chimpanzees and will become this food for a group of chimps. Act 2. The chimp civil war. This group of black pigeons will gain territory because of their rights. Civil war. The chimpanzee lying on the ground just die in battle. His little brother was also beaten by other chimpanzees, even his cubs. He was also taken to a tree and beaten by this adult orangutan. So the defeated side, only to be relentlessly beaten by the stronger party. Act 1. Baboon civil war. Baboon for himself will attack another baboon. 2 baboons will also fight over branches. Such a fight, it won't happen every once in a while. Porcelain baboon. He also fights other porcelain baboons because of his children. Protect their territory. It was the inducement for them to have large-scale conflicts. These are the chimpanzees and baboons. 15 famous scenes of attacking prey or opponents. Did it change your understanding of them after reading it? 12 hunting moments of the most camouflaged kung fu mantis. These most fearsome predators are too picky. Actually likes to eat live prey. First time. These are the next ones to fight against the troll spiders. One of the newborn red mantises. He wants to go out on an adventure alone. This beautiful orchid mantis has been paying attention to him. A troll spider targeted him. Approaching quietly, I am in a dilemma and can only move on. There are 2 machetes on the roadside, always eyeing him covetously. The red wolf thought it was out of danger, but the troll spider followed closely. The red wolf force group discovered the enemy, looking at an opponent several times bigger than myself. In order to escape, it's time to show your real kung fu. For long legs build a bridge in the air, relying on strong arm strength to successfully cross. The spider was dumbfounded. What kind of operation is this? The 2 legs with so many spiders are not just for decoration. Learn by looking at it. The red mantis is also becoming more and more skilled. Just like that. He and the others started playing parkour among the leaves. Now the red mantis has nowhere to escape. Facing the provocation of the troll spider, the red mantis actually pretended to do Tai Chi. With one move, the giant rock spreads its wings and the giant spider looks confused. Red mantis continues to bluff with Tai Chi. Another trick of the white crane spreading its wings actually scared away the troll spider. The red mantis finally heaved a sigh of relief and sat down on the ground. Now he meets someone who has been paying attention to him silently. The most beautiful orchid in the world. Mantis was immediately charmed by him. Don't look at beautiful women too much. Didn't your mother teach you? A seemingly warm, harmonious, and romantic scene. The beauty is as quick as lightning to cover her ears. Just in the blink of an eye, he brought the red mantis to his mouth. Even if you die under the peony flower, you will be a ghost. In the 3rd episode, this mantis is in a pious posture. It actually takes hours to clean. Its front legs are the mantis's main hunting weapon. A mantis attack takes only a fraction of a second. Eat it immediately after catching it. While the prey is still alive, clean up lethal weapons immediately after eating. Mantis also knows that the sword needs to be well maintained. Chapter 4. This female mantis is waiting for something more important. Approached him cautiously from behind. Courtship successful. Then a green cricket attracted the female praying mantis. The female mantis begins to sharpen her knife. After a brief look at each other, the fight continues. Just after they fought for 99 and 81 rounds, female praying mantis falls prey to crickets. Chapter 5. This mantis looks like a dead leaf. It's the famous Tai hunter. Dead leaf mantis first attack failed. The prey didn't even notice it, and it stepped on it to escape. Leaf-calling mantis cleans weapons for next hunt. Take it easily when you see the right moment. Chapter 6. This Egyptian mantis looks fragile, but hunting skills should not be underestimated. They first suck the blood of their prey, and then use their sharp weapons to get into the river. Cut one piece at a time. One locust can be eaten for a week. Chapter 77. This is a violin mantis, disguised as leaves swaying in the wind. Now he is also clearing his weapons and preparing to attack. Finally, the prey takes the bait, but the prey held down its weapon. The mantis sword cannot leave the body. Same thing the second time. Several times in a row they ended in failure. Just when the prey repeats its old tricks. Catch the prey in one go. Let you scream. Put the prey in a pose you like. Torture slowly and enjoy slowly. Chapter 8. This beautiful jewel flower mantis. Strike firmly and firmly, extremely fast. Clean your weapons promptly after enjoying the prey. At this time, prey came to the door again. Chapter 9. This male mantis hunts neatly. Maybe he's hungry. Press and hold to start eating. Chapter 10. This bear mantis comes forward. After being rejected, you can only run away for your life. Or was he caught by the female praying mantis? Just start eating it. The poor male praying mantis couldn't leave any offspring. Chapter 11. This is a male orchid mantis. Without wings, you can only rely on jumping. Maybe he was confused by his own beauty. Hunting skills are a bit slow. Just touched a fly. Being misophobic, he started cleaning his weapons. It turned out to be just a little trick to lure prey. Now let's see where you run away. Chapter 12. This praying mantis is besieged by fire ants. Mantis paralyzed by paralyzing venom secreted by fire ants. No matter how good your kung fu is, you can't perform it even if your blood is drawn. There are more and more fires. This mantis can only wait to die. These are 12 moments come prey to others in nature. This is the law of survival in nature. What do you think about this? You can tell Kiku in the comment area. You may not believe it. Both albatrosses are female and raise their children together. This phenomenon is very common on this island. About 1/3 of albatrosses are in same-sex families. What exactly is going on? Things have to start with albatross real estate. Albatross spends 90% of their life in the sky. They only land during the breeding season of the year, because they gathered at the same time for a blind date and marriage. This has resulted in an unprecedented boom in the local real estate industry. Reasons why rigid needs are greater than needs. This has left many albatross couples homeless. So some albatross began to change their strategies. They choose to leave their homes, flying to Kauai side of Oahu Island, Hawaii. This has become the albatross's second home. But the disadvantages of doing so also appear. Comparison of male and female albatross flying here. There is an imbalance of cases. And there are more females than males. So the female albatross wants to find a husband. You have to use all your strength. Male albatrosses become picky. Not for those who are not in good shape. Not for those who are too short. Not good looking. So you see every albatross is wearing smoky makeup, looking in one direction at the same time. There's a male albatross standing there, looking arrogant. Shows that he is not interested in these girls. And those charming female albatross already have a family of his own. A married couple will only have one child. Life is so stressful. If you have too many children, you won't be able to feed the rest. Females act very anxious, so jealousy often happens. The weird thing is, many albatross actually lay 2 eggs. This is impossible to happen. And they only hatch 1 egg. Another one was pushed out of the nest. Albatross will only lay 1 egg during breeding season. That extra one, where did it come from? Researchers through research discovered a surprising secret. Because there are too few male albatrosses, female albatrosses form same-sex partners. They will share the nest, just like these two. This made other birds look dumbfounded. It turns out that what overrides love is passion. What these same-sex couples do, almost the same as heterosexual couples. The way they treat each other with respect makes people look envious. Keep the same action to show that they are a couple. But the embarrassing thing is, at least one of them must be with male mating. Then, Cana Point is full of small advertisements asking for a child, with huge sums of money, to be on the safe side. They may also lay eggs at the same time, so the extra egg will be pushed out of the nest. As for how they made their choice, this is still an unsolved mystery. And the albatross nest on this island is also very simple. The decoration style of tatami is low-key and meaningful. This albatross has just returned from fishing at sea. He now needs to change guard with his partner. My partner hasn't eaten for half a month, but it's often awkward when changing posts, because the one at home hasn't laid down enough yet. I don't want to give up my position, but he had no choice. There has to be a change of guard. After I got up, I reluctantly looked at it. My balls hurt. Maybe that's it. This type of same-sex albatross accounts for about 1/3 of the population at Cana Point. But this is not a long-term solution. Only one female can carry on the family line, so they may call for roles the next year to hatch each other's eggs. If you take a little crow into other crows' nests, will the crow parents find out? Or what they would do if they found out? This is not an experiment, but a true story. The rangers who did this were forced to. 5 days ago, loggers were working in the forest. This little crow's home is on the felled tree. He fell from a height of 30 meters, but miraculously he didn't fall to death. But it can be seen from the blood all over his body. The little guy must be seriously injured. He was already dying when the loggers found him. Logging is their job. This doesn't mean they hate it. After all, they are just here to eat. They sent the little crow to the ranger's home. The ranger wiped away the bloodstains on the little crow, then place it in a basket. The little guy looks like he's sleeping peacefully, but here comes the problem. Maybe it's because of internal injuries. He has no appetite. This makes the ranger very helpless, until the afternoon of the next day. The noise outside woke up the little crow. Maybe he thought his parents were back. He opened his mouth and asked for food. The ranger quickly found some food. The little crow then fell asleep with satisfaction. In the next few days, the ranger found various foods for the little crow. The little crow is not sure either. Maybe he has considered the rangers as his own family. But it's impossible for a ranger to keep a crow as a pet. He couldn't give the little crow everything he needed, such as survival skills and predatory skills. Thinking about it for a long time, Ranger Rock decided to send it back to the forest, because it belongs there. But this requires risk. I don't know about Linian. Put a little crow into other crows' nests. What unpredictable things will happen? The ranger climbed a big tree, because there's a crow's nest up there. He took out a small crow from his backpack. This is the little crow that lost its home 5 days ago. The ranger named him Malphite. Next, can Malphite get the approval of the crows? This is all unknown. If it's the worst case scenario, the crows might throw Malphite out of the nest. Finally, the mother crow is back. He looked at the little crow in the nest and expressed doubts. Apparently he noticed something was wrong. Suddenly he seemed frightened. Maybe little Moffat scared the crow mother. At this time, the crow father also came back. He flew to the nest to check on his children. The same baffled expression. He seemed to be talking about where did this guy come from. But Dad Crow is still calm. He didn't pay much attention to little Moffat. Little Crow opens its mouth to ask for food. Something shocking happened. The mother crow actually took the first bite of food, gave it to Moffat. Maybe it's because of motherhood. Even though he found out that Moffat was not his child, he still chose to accept it. 3 is just raising 4. It is also feeding. There is no shortage of food at home. Same as humans. Crows' family values are very important. Facing a strange baby bird, they make the most humane choice. The little guy grows up fast. 5 weeks passed in the blink of an eye. They are already half grown. Baby Moffat is healthy. In a week, they will leave home and live alone. Can Moffat become a normal crow? Finally, he was the first to fly out of the house, because he is a few days older than the other little crows. But parents are still worried. They are always not far away, watching Moffat's every move. Maybe this is because the mother is worried about her son, traveling thousands of miles away, even though this is just an adopted son. This crow is called Moffat, settled our home near a wolf den, because he found that there was no shortage of food here. He regards the wolves as his wage earners. Wolves always hide endless food. Dig a hole and bury some soil. 1 to 3 for 5. My own land, my own land. I feel like this is the most hidden place. But he didn't know. A pair of wise eyes has long seen through all this. He just left. Moffat flew down. He feels this is not stealing. This is just borrowing. It's a pity that the wolf doesn't have to be idle now anyway. So the wolf was buried in one place. The crow just digs one place. There is no research to explain. Does the wolf know who stole his food? In the Civil Code of Animals, there is no record. No other animal can dig up the food you bury. Follow these wolves. Moffat always eats until he is half full and 60% full. Gradually, he studied the wolf schedule. He knows exactly when dinner will be served. So the scariest thing is not that the opponent is too strong, but there are always some villains who study you day and night. When food is scarce, Moffat will also go to nearby villages to forage for food. Crows are never picky about food. From an earthworm to a whale, anyone who can eat it will be welcome. This dog looks completely fooled by such a blatant theft. Let this guy perform so fresh and refined. The dog couldn't tell the difference for a moment. Is this the owner's new pet? Otherwise, why would you be so shameless? Not just a dog. Even the cat can't figure out what's going on. Moffat doesn't care what they think. Just give him a dissatisfied belly. He can move all the food on the planet. The reputation of a gangster in the bird world is not just based on the reputation. That's what you eat. Anyway, Moffat is healthy now. Didn't get hit on the head, but after he appeared, the mental state of other animals around them is not good. Like a wolf, like a cat. Another example is the confused dog.